All right, I laid out the boards. It's not exactly level, but I think it'll be all right. We're gonna build another teeny shed. So I'm just gonna say this, the first and most important thing that I've come to understand when you order something from Temu is open it and make sure it's what you ordered, because if it isn't, they'll want you to send it back. And I don't want to assemble the thing and find out, or start assembling it and find out it's something different than what I ordered. Alright, so there's our instructions. First thing, I'm going to start putting this together, and then second thing is I'll put that hardware in. Alright, a couple little tips on putting these together. The screws, the rounded head goes up, so when the tarp's on the top, it's not getting messed with by the screw. So the screw end faces down, and this is where you tighten it. And then you'll have ends, so on the two end pieces, like you see, you got 4 middle pieces and then 2 end pieces. These pieces will be different, where you'll make it so that they all face inwards, and then there'll be another one for the other end, and those will face this way, and then the rest of them will be these 4-way pieces. And you see how they're slightly bent. Obviously they'll bend facing down to match the curvature of the, what do we call it, shelter. Okay, with these on the ends, same thing. The smooth part facing out, so it's not going to rub on or hurt the plastic. And the middle ones, I don't think it really matters a lot which way, but same thing, ends facing in. Now I noticed a couple of these were really hard to attach, and these pieces, kind of like the welds, were not quite straight. They were actually slightly facing out. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but these two were pretty hard to attach. Okay, I'm going to put the long legs on, but it's important to note they're not the same. The hole is further on one side, and that's the side that faces up. The feet fit on the side that's short. The shorter distance goes down, because this longer distance, it won't fit. Alright, so I'm going to put these things on now. The instructions say to wait a couple of steps, but I like putting them on there to keep them from filling up with dirt. Alright, so I actually went completely rogue and I put these on before I even put the legs on. But you have to be mindful of which way you put the screws in to bolt them. And I tightened them because I had them at an easy to reach height, and then I'll have to be mindful of which way I put the legs on when I put them on. But I think it'll be easier in the end. So you don't have to do this part now, but it's easier because you won't have to use a ladder or something to stand on to reach the top. Alright, so just a little tip for strapping these on. I'll put the ball so that it's on the inside, and I'll show you just one. Try to do this one-handed. Yeah, this is terrible. I'm sorry. Alright, ball's on the inside, and when I bring this up, I'm going to come around like that to hook onto the ball so that it stays on the inside and it's not in the way when the cover piece goes on, so that the ball's not getting, stretching the other piece or damaging it. Alright, and also, there's only one end of this that has the openings. So that end doesn't, the way I set it up, and this end does. But just be mindful of that. And the tarp is folded, so I put the folded edge on the inside, and the zippers go to the outside that way. And I do it on the other side, just folded edge inside, because it looks better, or it's consistent with the look. I don't think it's important on the other side, but it is on the zippered end. When you're unfolding it, you'll see these edges, they go to the end, and then you'll see this kind of ribs on the inside, and make sure that goes to the inside. So that tells you that's the long way inside with the ribbing, and then these sewn flaps go to the ends. Alright, there's a couple of parts of this where having a partner would make it a lot easier. Putting this up on the second half on those legs is one of them, and then just getting it all organized. Now, I'm not putting it on the ground, I'm putting it on these beams. so that it doesn't rust and it has rigidity, because I'm going to screw these down. But I'm just going to start with the ends, these two ends, and then I got to put the supports in. So we'll do that. We'll screw the ends down just here and here, and then we'll put the supports in, which you gotta run through those pieces of plastic that I had talked about. And yeah, and then we'll shore it all up. All right, and that's the final tighten. With these, I did leave the hooks inward for the strapping, but I think the way this lays, it'll be all right. And you can see that that is tight. When I tighten these down, I did the other side first, and I go outside, then inside. If you do it the other way, when you tighten this one, it can actually loosen that one. So outside, inside. And then when I came over to this side, I pushed down on it and tightened so that I had max tension on this so that it will shed snow in the wintertime. And then I screwed all these down to the boards. There's other ways of putting stakes down and stuff if you don't use lumber to secure it, but this has been good so far with my other tents through the season. So if you're building one of these, hope that makes it easier, because the first time it was a learning process, and I still forget. I forgot to put the hooks in here on these, so I had to take the other ones out and put them in. But these things are amazing structures, really, for $200. I can't believe how much, how rugged this is compared to ones that cost a lot more money.